So I have done some examples. This is a actually array. There are some examples of array: inheritance, class and object, loops. So are you know about C language? Sorry, if conditional statement like if, switch, loops. Okay, so you can see here this is a example of prime number. If you want to check that number is prime or not. So are you know about this? Okay, this is a prime number here. This series of prime number program. Upper limit. Do you know about scanner class? Okay, okay, good. So I think you can do uh, conditional statement like if, switch, loops. Okay, and here I have given some example of to arrays. This is a small example of array. This is the first example of array. Only put the values, assign the values in an array, and with the help of loop, we can show the elements. Okay, and any doubt in this example? Okay, next you can see this is another example. Here enter number of elements. We are getting the number of element of an array from user end, and with the help of that number of element here I have declared the array. After that, here this portion we are getting the element of array and save in array, and after that through this portion we are trying to display the element of array. Are you aware about array? Okay, but it is similar to C language, but here the difference only here we declare an array like this. Int is a data type, which type of element we want to save in array. This is symbol of array, and this is the name of array. And in Java, array is an object, so we will use new keyword. With the new help, we create the object of array, and here declare the number of elements which we want to save in the array. Okay. After that, we can input the values, and with the help of this, we can print the all element of array. If you want to display in reverse order, so we can use this. With the help of this portion of program, we can display the element in reverse order. Okay. After that, suppose we want to find out the biggest element of an array. Okay. So first of all, get the input number of element. On the basis of number of element, here I have declared the array. After that, through this portion, we are getting the value from the user end. Okay. After that, here the concept it's very similar to C language. Here I have assigned biggest value as a0 and compare with from first position. So I is equal to 1, I less than a dot length, I plus plus. Here check if ai is greater than big, then big is equal to ai, and after termination of the loop it will show the value of big. So through this program we can find out the biggest value of a array. Okay, and this is a company, this is simple, this is if statement, no problem. Order, if you want to arrange the element in ascending order, so same as last program, first of all input the number of element. On the basis of this, here I have declared the array, and here enter the all elements of array. After that, through this portion we are arranging the records in the element in ascending order. You can also call selection sort. So here I am using selection sort and arrange the record in ascending order. And after that, through this portion I am print the all element of array. I think you know about this. If you know C language or Java, so you can do this. Okay, please check it. If you have any doubt, any queries, you can put up. Uh, if you have need, so I will also share you recording of session. No problem. Okay, and after that, we have some example of double dimension array. Okay, so here this is a matrix. So here we input, we can put here number of row and number of column of double dimension array, and on the basis of this value we can declare. Here you can see this is a double dimension array declaration in Java. So this is the way to declare it Java. There are three ways. You can use any one to declare the double dimension array in Java. Okay, after that, this program we can input the all element of array, and after that, here I'm trying to print the all element in matrix form. So through this portion I'm trying to print the all element of double dimension array in matrix form. This actually we want to change the line. If you are using matrix, so all matrices have some rows and columns. So if you want to change the row, so for this purpose I'm using here system.out.println. Here you can see this, here I'm using print, only print, not ln. So it will show in same row, it will print in same row. But if you want to change the row, so I'm using here system.out.println. Okay, like suppose we can execute this. number of row, suppose 3, number of column 3. Now we can input the value and can see this. Also, if we are using print, only print, it will print in same row. But if you want to change the row, so for this purpose, after that, after completion of one row, it will change the row, number of row. Okay, for next row, we are using system.out.println. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, and suppose we want to find the sum of each row. You can see here, suppose I'm going to execute this. Suppose 3 row, 3 column. Okay, so you can see this. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 120. That's wrong. So we can change this. Actually, it's show multiplication. Okay, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6. 4 plus 5 plus 6, 15. 7 plus 8 plus 9, 24. Okay, so if you want to perform sum of each row, so for this purpose, here, first of all, I have input number of row and column. On the basis of this row and column, here I have declared the double dimension array. Okay, and after that, this portion of program, we are trying to save the all element in array. Okay, so get the input from the user end through the sc.nextInt integer values, and after that here, through this portion, I'm trying to print the matrix with sum of row, yes, row wise. So sorry. Yes, tab. Suppose this is a tab here. I want to only for this is space. Okay, tab. This is part of C language. The escape constant like \n, \a, \t. So that is a tab. And if you want to change the next line, so \n. So only for gap, space. Okay, any doubt, any queries? Okay, uh, sum of columns. Suppose we want to find out the column wise sum. So here, suppose I'm going to execute this. So enter the number of row 3, column 3, enter the element. So okay, you can see this column wise sum. Okay, so here you can see this. First of all, get the number of row and column from the user end. On the basis of this, we have declared a double dimension array, and only saved for column wise total. Here I have declared a separate single dimension array also. Okay, yes. Okay, so here you can see this. Yeah, I'm getting the value from the user end and saving the sum of column in single dimension array B. Okay, J is represent the column. Okay, after that, simply here I'm print the double dimension array in matrix form, and after that print the value of single dimension array that contain the sum of column. You can see this. Okay, Vishwa? It's okay? Any doubt? Okay. And we have another example of sum of element in single dimension. Okay. So suppose here we can execute this. The number of elements, suppose 5. We want to input the only 5 elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we can get the sum of elements 15. Okay. So that is here. So here, first of all, get the number of element from the user end. On the basis of number of element, here I have declared the single dimension array. Yes, I have here another a variable declared sum is equal to 0 because we want to find the sum of elements. Okay, so here declare sum is equal to 0, and here getting the element from the user end, and sum is equal to sum plus ai. Get the sum of elements, and after the completion of loop, here I have print the value of sum. Okay, okay. So these are some examples of arrays, and after that, here yesterday I have started oops concept. So here I have created a class imply Okay. Hello. Am I audible? Are you know about class? Class is a collection of similar type object. Like suppose this is a Java class. Okay, so all objects means you, me, and all members are learning Java. So the properties are same. So we can say class is a collection of similar type of objects. Okay, and each object has some state and behavior. Okay, you and me are a object. So we have some properties like my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my address, my date of birth, qualification, and email address, mobile number. These are our properties. Behavior, we are talking, we are laughing, we are acting like these are our behaviors. Okay, so in the form of object-oriented programming language, these are properties, MPID, MP name, and functions are behavior. So each class, each object has some properties and behavior. So here you can see this. This is the class. So if you want to write any program in Java, so actually you know Java, so I think you know that about this. We cannot write any code outside of the class. We can write all things within the class. So first of all, we will create a class. So here I am creating a class, public class, and this is name, class name. Okay, and class is a keyword. Public is also a keyword for, but there is a access modifier. Okay, so class is a keyword we use for creating a class. After that, we can declare the properties like EMPID and EMP name. After that, this is the access specifier of EMPID is private. Both are private, so we cannot access outside of the class. Okay, so here we have declared some public member. Through these members, we can set the values of these private members. And like suppose here, set method, we can set the value of, we can initialize the value of private member, and we can get the value of private member through the get methods. Okay, so each property have two methods. Through one method we can set the value of that property, and through the one method we can get the value of that property. Understood? If you have if we will not declare the access modifier here. Okay, suppose here this is a private. It means we can access within the class, but suppose I yes, we cannot access outside the class, and I remove this. So by default it will be default access modifier. Okay, if we will not declare any access modifier, private, public, or protected, so it will be default. Okay, so we have four types of access modifier: private, public, protected, and default. Yes, protected. Actually, protected we use in inheritance. Okay, so like protected, like suppose your father car, your father email address, your father's ATM card. So okay, you can access if uh, he will provide you a key of car or pin code of ATM card or password of email address. That is a protected. So you can access your father's properties if you have declared protected. But any other person, like suppose son of your neighbor cannot access your father's properties. Okay, so subclass can access the property of parent. Okay, that's the protected. So protected, just like private, but subclass member can access the protected properties also. And in same package, we can access the protected properties, and from other other package, the subclass only access the protected property of parent class. Okay, understood. Okay, so these are four types of access modifier, and we have some access non-access modifier like final, like static, abstract. These are the non-access modifier. Okay, but currently we are working on access modifier. Okay, so that is a private, public. So public, we can access public members from anywhere in the program, in the pack, in project. Private, public means like your road, your public transport like train, bus. We cannot purchase a train, we cannot purchase uh, bus. These are the private, public properties. So we can access, if any person can access train or bus or road or a station like this. So public member, we can access anywhere in the project, in the program. It have no any restriction. Okay, and default is like as a public, but we can access only within the same package. We cannot access outside of the package. No. Package means like as a folder. We can access only same folder. We cannot access from other folders. Okay, so here I have declared two properties, emp id, emp name. And next here, suppose we want to use this class. So first of all, we will create the object of this class. So in example, here I have created object of this class. Okay, so employee is the name of class. Obj is a reference variable. New is a keyword, is used to create the object. And imply, this is a constructor of employee class. Okay, so with the help of new keyword, we can create the object of employee class and save in the reference variable of employee. Okay, after that here I used scanner class. So in scanner, first of all, create the object. If you want to use any class, so first of all we will create the object of that class. Okay, so here I have created a object of scanner class and pass system.in the constructor of scanner class, because we want to get the input from the keyboard. So for standard input device, we use system.in. That is a buffer of keyboard. So if you want to use keyboard, you want to get the input from the keyboard, so we use system.in. If you want to display on a standard output device, so we use system.out, like screen, console. Okay, after that here input the id. So here I input the id and put in emp id, and here okay, so we can execute this. emp id, suppose employee name. Okay, so this is the value of a object, like employee id and employee name. So for this one, first of all, create the object of this class. After that, we can put the value of employee ID and employee name. Okay, because employee ID, employee names are private, so we cannot access outside the class. So we will use public member like set emp ID and set emp name. Through this method, we will set the value of employee ID and employee name. And same as get employee ID and get employee emp name, both are public members. So with the help of these members, we can get the value of private member emp ID and emp name. Okay. Any doubt, any queries? Okay. So these are the next. Another example, like here, this is circle. We have a class circle. So circle have a private member name is radius, and here public void set radius. To the set radius we can set the value of radius, and to the get radius we can get the value of radius, because radius is a private member. So these public member we can set the value and get the value of radius. Okay, after that we have another class demo. Here we are using circle class. So first of all, here I have created a object of circle class. Okay, after that, through the set radius, because set radius is a public member, so through this, with the help of set radius, we set the value of radius. Okay, and through the get radius, we get the value of radius and perform here area. This is circumference 2 pi r. So math dot pi, it will return the value of pi, and obj dot get radius, it will return the value of radius. Okay, so we will find, with the help of this formula, we will find the circumference and area of circle. So you can see this. Okay, and radius, area of circle, and circumference. Now we can execute this. Okay, radius 2.4, area of circle, and circumference. Okay. Okay, any doubt, any queries? Okay. And we have another example. Same. 1 minute. Okay, okay. We have another example here. Circle. But here we are using constructor at the place of setter method. Okay, so you can see this. This is a constructor. And the name of the constructor is same as class name. Okay, and the constructor have not return type, and it will automatically call at the time of creation of object. You have not need to call constructor. Okay, so here you can see this circle. So we have two types of constructor: default constructor and parameterized constructor. So here in last program we use setter method. Okay, but this is a default constructor. It has 0 parameter. Okay, so this is called default constructor. But in this example, this constructor have a parameter, single parameter. So it will call parameterized constructor, because we are passing a one parameter. Okay, so here you can see this. Here we are passing a one parameter. So it is called parameterized constructor. Okay, So we have not need to set radius because we are setting the value of radius with the help of constructor. Okay, so we have two options, constructor and setter method, to set the value of any private member. Okay, so here we are passing the value of radius in constructor. After that, same operation, we can perform the find out the area of circle and circumference. Are you know about constructor? Okay, actually, it's constructor is for the initialization of private members. If you want to initialize the values of properties, so we use constructor. So the constructor we can initialize that. Okay, so here there are we have two types of constructor: default constructor and parameterized constructor. So this is the example of here. This is a zero parameter. This constructor has zero parameter. It will call default constructor, and this constructor we are passing a single parameter, single value. That is called parameterized constructor. Okay, the name of the constructor is same as class name, and we have not need to call constructor like set radius. Okay, we have not need to call this. It will automatically call at the time of creation of object. Okay, Vishwa, it's okay. Okay, next example, let's imply. So here you can see this in last example of imply. Here we are using setter method to set the value of employee ID and employee name in last example. But in this example, we are using constructor. Yes, here and we are passing two values: integer. One parameter is integer, one is a string. So we are passing two parameters in the constructor of employee. Okay. At the time of this program, you can see first of all input the value of employee ID, employee name. After that, we are passing the value of ID and name in the constructor. Okay, so that is the example of parameterized constructor. Okay, that is also here we are passing two parameters. In circle, we pass only a single parameter, but here we are passing two. So you can pass any number of parameter in parameterized constructor. Okay, after that we can perform here only print the value of employee ID and employee name with the help of getter method. Okay, so these are the sub example of OOPS concept: class, object, encapsulation, and constructor. And these are the all programs are encapsulation. Okay, here just like this here. If you want to perform encapsulation, so you must declare the properties in private and create separate method for setter getter method for each properties. In definition, encapsulation definition, we can say encapsulation is a process, and this process we wrapping up data member and member function in a single unit. So these properties are called data member. These are the it will contain the values data. Okay, so these are data member and these are the member functions. So in encapsulation, we wrapping up data member means properties and behavior in a single unit. The single unit means in a class. Okay, that is called encapsulation. If you want to perform encapsulation, so must be declare the all properties in private and create the separate method for set the value and get the value of each property. Okay, so this is the example of encapsulation. This is very important topic because we will always use in Java. Okay. In advanced Java, we will call this file as a bean file. In Spring, we called Pojo file, plain old Java object. In Hibernate, we called persist file. Okay, so we will use this file always in Java. It's okay, understood? Any doubt, any queries? Next, inheritance. Are you know about inheritance? Okay, your voice very low, Vishwa. Your voice very low actually. Yes, yeah, it's okay. So inheritance. So inheritance, we can say code reusability. Only single word we can define the uh, inheritance. Code reusability means if any code this already exists in your project, you have not need to write again. You can use that code reusability. Okay, this is also a process. In this process, a object can acquire the property of another object of another class. Okay, so here suppose we have a class. Class A, and this class have a method like public void. Okay, and same as we have another class. Okay, public void. Okay, okay. Uh, suppose we want to call wish method. So wish is a part of class A. So first of all, we will create the object of class A. Now we can call wish method. Okay, same as suppose we were to call MSG method. So first of all, we will create. Yes, okay. After that, we can call MSG method. It's okay. Okay, but suppose we want to call MSG method through the obj1, so it is not possible. Obj1 only call wish method. Obj2 only can call MSG method. But suppose obj1 want to call MSG, so it is not possible. If obj2 want to call wish method, so it is not possible. Okay, so if you want to call, if you want, suppose obj1 want to call message MSG method, so we can call with the help of inheritance. Okay, if here we use extend b. Okay, so now obj1 can call MSG. Okay, same as if B extend A, so obj2 called wish method also. Okay, so that is a code reusability. If any code is already exists, we can the object of A acquire the properties of B with the help of inheritance. Yes. Okay. Same as here, class B extend A. So object of B can access the property of A also. Okay. That is a benefit of inheritance. Yes. 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 If 1 minute. In this scenario, class A is a child and class B is parent. Okay. So obj1 can access the property of A and B both, and B is the parent. Okay, but object of B cannot access the property of A. Okay, because B is the parent. Okay, same as suppose in this scenario, B is the child, A is the parent. Okay, so in this scenario, obj can access the property of A and B both, but object of A cannot access the property of B because B is a child. Okay, understood? Any doubt? Okay, so here I have some example related to inheritance. Like here, you can see here, class A extend B. So here, B is a parent and A is a child. And A have a method, wish method. Okay. And B is a parent and it have MSG method. Okay. So if we have object of A, because A is a child, so with the help of obj1, we can call wish and MSG method both because A is a child. But B is a parent. So B only can access the property of B, means MSG. It cannot access wish method because wish is a part of A and A is a child in this scenario. In this scenario, A is a child, B is the parent. So object of B cannot access the property of A. Okay, so you can see this is showing error here. Wish obj2 dot wish because obj2 is the object of B and B is the parent of A. Okay, if we use here, I remove this. Okay, and B extend A. So in this scenario, A is the parent and B is child. So object of B can access the property of A and B both. But A is the parent. So object of A cannot access the property of B because A is the parent. So you can see here in this example. Okay, error removed. Now A is the parent, so A cannot access the property of B. So yes, you can see the MSG is showing error. Clear? Okay. So there are two classes A and B, and here B extend A, so A is the parent and B is the child. Okay. The next example. Yes, hello. how to create the file, like class B, class A. Okay, it's very easy. If you want to, you have any ID like Eclipse or STS or any other IDE. Okay, so I can share you a link. You can, if actually I'm using STS. STS is the advanced version of Eclipse, so you can use this also. So yeah, and you can download Eclipse, no problem. Okay, mostly companies preferred STS and Eclipse, so you can use anyone. Okay, so I'm sharing you link of STS. So here, this is a link of STS. Okay, so you click on this link, then you will see this page. Okay, and according to your platform, like suppose your system is Windows 64, so you can click on first link and it will download in your system. Okay, if you want to download Eclipse, you can do, no problem. Okay, and suppose you are using Eclipse or STS or any ID. So first of all, we create a project. Oh, okay, so click on file, then click on new, then click on Java project. Click on this option. Okay, here you can specify the name of your project. Suppose I'm going to create core project, core pro 1. Here you can specify the Java version. Okay, so you can select 1.8 and select next and then finish. Okay, click on no. So that is a core 2. This is a project name, core 2. Open this project and right click on src. Src means source folder. So click on right mouse button on src, click on new, and then here you will get class option. So click on class option. Okay, here you can specify the name of class. Suppose okay, specify the name of class. Mostly name of class we can declare noun. Okay, like student, employee. Okay, so click on finish. If you want to use main also, so here you can select here public static void main. Okay, and then click on finish. Okay, now this is your class. Here you can write each and everything. Okay, okay. The so next example of inheritance, and hello Sagar. Yeah, that is the time of break. 11:30. Okay, okay. Thank you, Sagar. Okay, here you can see this. So that's the next example of inheritance. Okay, we have a class A and class B. Okay, and in this scenario, A is a parent and B is a child. Okay, same as last program, but A have length and we have width. Okay, length, and this is setter getter method of length, sorry, width, and yes, for length and width. Okay, but here and now we can, here we can create the object of B. So B is the child, so we can access length and width both with the help of child object. Okay, so here I have set the length and width, and after that find out the perimeter and area of rectangle, and here I printed area and perimeter of rectangle. I'm going to execute this program. Okay, you can see this 10.2 length, width, area of rectangle, and perimeter. Okay, so A have length and B have width, and B extend A. So in this case, A is a parent and B is child. Okay, so object of B we can access length and width both. Okay, so here I have created object of B, and with the help of object we set the length and width and get the length and width and find out the area and perimeter of rectangle. Okay, but uh, it is not clear how to declare a parent. How it's possible a length is parent of width? It is not logical. Understood what I'm saying? Hello, Shishwa? Understood what I'm saying? Here in this method, B is a child, so B have width, and A is a child, A have length. So the meaning is that length is a parent of width. Understood what I'm saying? Yes. Okay, 1 minute, Vishwa. Wait. So that is not a logical relation. Length is a parent. A is a length, and B contain width. So the meaning of this, B is a child and A is a parent. So width is a child. Length is a contain length. It means length is a parent of width. So that is not a logical. So actually, we declare this it as, in third example, you can see here. Okay, so suppose here you can see this. So that is the relation between child and, so now we are going to understand what is the relation between child and parent. Okay, so suppose we want to create a class. We have a class, suppose is square. 1 minute. Suppose this is a square. Okay, it's a rectangle, and okay. So we can say, if you want to find the area of a square, this is a square. This is a rectangle, and this is a cuboid. Okay, suppose we want to find out the square area of a square, so we use length into length. Okay, rectangle length into width, and cuboid length into width into height. Okay, understood? Okay, and we want to find out the area of a square, area of rectangle, area of cuboid. So there is a length is common in all three classes. We can create a another class and declare length in parent, because yes, that is the common properties of all child class. So we can create a parent class and that contain the common properties of all child. Okay, like this. So this is a, suppose this is a shape. So each shape have length. The shape is a parent of square, of rectangle, of cuboid. Okay, same as you can see here. This example. So we have a class shape, and here we have declared length and width. Okay, and these are the setter getter method. Okay, after that we have create some subclass, child class, like square. So square have only length, and length is already exists in shape. So we have not need to declare any property in any square. Okay, same as in rectangle. Rectangle, if you want to find out, rectangle have two properties, length and width, and both are already exist in shape. So we have not need to declare any rectangle. Same as in cuboid. Height, it have only height, because length and width already exist in shape. So we have not need to declare again. We have need only declare the height. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now example, you can see this. So here we create the object of square and set the length. We can execute this. Length of square. Okay, and the basis of this is a area of square. Length and width, area of rectangle. Length, width and height, and that is the area of cuboid. Okay, so here you can see this here. First of all, we have created object of square and set the length, because it have only need of length. I set the length and then find out the area of square. Okay, after that uh, we create the object of rectangle and set the length and width. Okay, after that we have created object of cuboid and set the value of length, width and height. But in cuboid, you can see here, cuboid have only height. But with the help of cuboid, object of cuboid, we can set the value of length, width also. Same as rectangle have not any parameter, not any properties. But we are setting the value of length and width, because both are existing parent. Same as uh, square, square have length, but there is empty. But we are set the value of length, because that is already exists in shape. So we can say that is a. So here a square have zero properties, rectangle have zero properties, and cuboid is only height, but we are performing all operation with the help of shape, because shape have length and width. Okay, so actually we declare the common properties of child in parent. Okay, okay. So that is also example of hierarchy. Sagar told me this is also example of hierarchy. Actually, five types of inheritance, like single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical, multiple, and hybrid. Okay, so if here these are the example of, like last example, A and B. So B extend A. So that is the example of single level inheritance. Okay, and here we have a single shape is a parent, but there are three child: square, rectangle, and cuboid. So that is the example of hierarchical. Okay, and multi-level. So here, oh sorry, suppose this is A class and this is a B class, and B extend A. So that is the example of single level inheritance. This is A, B, C. Okay, and B extend A and C extend B. So that is the example of multi-level. Okay, so here in this single level, A cannot access the property of B, but B can access the property of A and B both. Same here, A cannot access the property of B and C, but B can access the property of A and B, but cannot access property of C, because C is a child of B. Okay, and we can say A is a grandparent and C is a grandchild, and B is a parent and child both. B is a child of A and parent of C. So B can access the property of A, but cannot access the property of C. But C can access the property of A, B, and C all. Okay. So this is a multi-level inheritance, hierarchical, this is A, B, C. So A is the parent of A, B and C both. So B and C both can access the property of A. B and C both are sibling. So B and C both can access the property of A. But B cannot access the property of C. And C cannot access the property of B because both are sibling. You cannot access your property of your brother and sister, and your brother and sister cannot access property of you. Okay, same thing. Sibling cannot access uh, the value, like suppose B cannot access the value of C and C cannot the value of B, but both can access the property of A. That is a hierarchical. Okay, and this is A, B, C. Here C extend B and A and B means uh, C have two parent A and B. Okay, and C the child of A and B. It means object of C means C can access the property of A and B both. But Java does not support multiple inheritance. This is an example of multiple inheritance. Means a class can extend more than one class. Okay, so but it is not possible in Java. Java cannot Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. Okay, so the question will arise that why Java does not support the multiple inheritance. So actually, suppose because C is the child of A and B, and A and B both are parent of C, so C can access the property of A and B both. But suppose both have a same method. Okay, and object of C want to call phi method, and phi method are exist in both class. So which one method will execute? So that is there is a ambiguity problem. Okay, both class have same method. So if object will object of C child class object will call the same method. So which one method will be execute? Okay, so that is ambiguity problem. So for this reason, Java does not support multiple inheritance, but we can perform multiple inheritance with the help of interface. So we will learn at the time of abstraction what is interface or how to perform multiple inheritance. But Java does not support with the help of class. Okay, and combination of hierarchical and multiple, that is called hybrid. That is a hybrid. Okay, so D connected with C not directly. It connected indirectly. Okay, so you can see here the portion of hybrid. This portion, you can see this portion is a example of hierarchical. Okay, and this portion is a example of multiple inheritance. Okay, but we cannot perform multiple inheritance, so obviously we cannot perform hybrid also. So in Java, we can work only three types of inheritance: single level, multi-level, and hierarchical. Understood? Okay. So that is inheritance. Okay. So please try to create these examples. And if you have any doubt in encapsulation and inheritance, so please share with me. Okay. Any queries? Okay. Okay. Good. So okay, Sagar. So I think this is a time of break. So after 20 minutes, we will back. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.